Alright guys, welcome back to my Let's Play series for Skyrim Special Edition. So last episode I just kind of gave you a channel update, let you know what was going on. Catch that butterfly, give me that! Let you know what's going on, my plans for the channel, kind of starting a new character, starting fresh because I haven't played in a while. So we're just gonna keep going. So we completed the first quest kind of slash tutorial. So we escaped Helgen, survived the dragon attack. So we're gonna follow my buddy Hadvar.
See that ruin up there?
And meet up with his uncle.
When I was a boy, that place always used to give me nightmares. Draugr creeping down the mountain to climb through my window at night. That kind of thing.
So yeah, so that's actually the first dungeon you have to go to. Alright, so these are the first Guardian Stones you find. You can only have one effect active at once. So I'm going to pick the Warrior Stone. It makes your warrior skills level up 20% faster than the rest of them. Mainly I picked that because smithing is considered a warrior skill, and you want to try and max that out as quickly as you can so you just get the best weapons and armor you can. As fast as you can so you don't have to worry about getting your ass kicked all the time.
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, you've already earned your pardon. But until we get that confirmed by General Tullius, just stay clear of other Imperial soldiers and avoid any...
And the Warrior Stone will help with my two-handed skill, obviously, of course. It doesn't affect, since I'll be doing light armor, that won't benefit from it. But I believe archery is also considered a warrior skill. And, plan on using bows a little bit. I always thought there was 3 wolves there. Guess I was wrong. So I'm gonna go for health first. It's good to snag health for the first few levels, just because I don't know. I feel like you can get your ass kicked pretty easy if you're not careful at low levels, and then like later in the game you can kind of focus on magicka and stamina. Plus, if you work on enchanting, you can kind of buff up the stats you kind of neglect. If you kind of just focus on health and stamina, you can buff up your magicka later in game with enchanting too. So I'm gonna grab the barbarian perk. Makes my two-handed weapons 20% stronger. I mean, for all the weapon skills, this first perk here is, I mean, a must get, depending on what weapons you use. If you use two-handed, you gotta max out this one. It just doubles your damage. Same with it, one-handed and archery. So since I'll be focusing on two-handed, I'll work on that, and I will probably grab these archery ones eventually. Not right away, but I will do archery. So yeah. So let's keep going. Did I grab? I grabbed those wolf pelts, right? Yeah, gonna need those. I like how he says when you first exit the cave, he's like, "We should split up," but he just like stood there and waited for me when I ran away to grab those pelts. Alright, so here's the first town, Riverwood. So we're gonna meet up with his uncle.
Things look quiet enough here. Come on, there's my uncle.
With the arrows on, you can't see that the sword's all buggy, so I like that.
Uncle Halvor, hello.
Hadvar, what are you doing here? Are you on leave from shores, bones? What happened to you? Are you in some
Uncle,
kind
please,
of trouble?
keep your voice down. I'm fine, but we should go inside to talk.
What's going on? And who's this?
He's a friend. Saved my life, in fact. Come on, I'll explain everything, but we need to go inside.
Okay, come inside then. Sigrid will get you something to eat, and you can tell me all about it.
A dragon! I saw a dragon!
What?
So this old lady, she said she saw the dragon,
Big as the mountain and black as night. It
but
flew
no one
right
believes
over
her.
the barrel.
Dragons now, is it?
So we're gonna go inside and tell his uncle what happened, how dragon went ape shit over there at Helgen and killed everyone.
Sigrid, we have company.
Gonna have a seat. Oh man, I love how buggy Skyrim is. It's hilarious. That plate just went flying for no reason.
We've been so worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Now then, boy, what's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I don't know where to start. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' goal. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. But I need your help. We need your help.
Alright, so he gives you a few things. It's usually just total junk. So this jewelry I can sell, iron I'll need, lockpick, healing potions, and another piece of jewelry. I don't really take food because it weighs a lot and barely heals you. I know you can do like cooking and whatnot. You can make decent stuff, but I don't know. I just feel like potions are just so much easier. So the rest of the stuff's just junk. So
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
all right.
Did you really see a
So we have to go tell the Jarl what we saw,
big teeth?
Hush.
but I'm not gonna go there
Don't
right
pester
away.
your
So once you talk to this guy,
Yourselves at home.
his uncle, you can take some stuff from him, and it's not considered stealing, I guess, because you're friends or whatever. So yeah, you can actually come over here. He's got a bunch of ingots lying around you can just take, and a couple weapons like the steel dagger. Yeah, like only some of it is like, yeah, these boots and gloves, but this stuff is still considered stealing, so I don't know. So
Take what you need, my friend. Within reason. May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
so yeah, I need to sell to him, but some reason I've noticed, and I don't
Whatever
remember
you
that
need.
happening in
My Ysmir, if it's simple and strong.
previous
I
version
can
of this
forge
game, just the legendary edition. If you try and talk to a merchant while they're moving, you can't sell to them. Like, you gotta wait till they're sitting still.
Iron or steel is what you need.
Even then, he still won't
Leave
sell
that
them.
fancy elven stuff to the elves. I could forge you a
So here we go.
warhammer.
What do you got
Looking
for
to
sale?
protect yourself or deal
So let's
some
sell
damage?
all this crap that I picked up that I don't need. Alright, so I'm gonna sell, and then if you ask him if he needs help around the forge,
Yes, actually.
he actually like
How
gives
about
you like a
smithing
mini
an iron dagger?
tutorial on smithing.
There's everything you need to make one.
So he
Go
tells you to
ahead.
make a dagger first.
Not
Just a
bad.
good way to
Reminds me when
get
I
some
first
free
started.
skill ups. In smithing.
The sneaky
And it
type.
gives you
Got
more
some nice
materials than you actually need.
Not bad.
So you end up
But it's
making
a little
a little
dull.
bit extra
How
material
about you
money.
sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there.
So yeah, now he tells you to sharpen the dagger.
Yes? This, look, you want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack.
So yeah, he just tells you to make some leather.
Yes? Ah, let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need.
So now he wants a hide helmet.
Yes? Huh. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there.
And now he just wants us to improve the helmet. So it kind of just gives you a
Looking for a
tutorial
new
of
blade?
everything you can do with smithing. And you get to
Iron or
keep the
steel,
stuff.
You have talent. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforge steel, huh? Blades,
So
helmets.
I'm just going
Pretty much
to
anything to suit your needs.
sell that stuff right back to him because I don't need it. Because I am going to make some leather armor. And I think I need 9 leather and 7 strips total
Till next time.
to make a leather armor set. So we need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 leather. So I was right. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So I need 9 and 8.
I could. Blades, helmets. Pretty much anything to
So
suit
yeah.
your needs.
I need 1 leather and 7 strips. Isn't that what I said? Pretty good. Pretty good guess.
Until next time.
Alright. Alrighty. So we got a better armor set now.
You
So
the
let's go
sneaky
ahead and
type
sell off
looking to protect yourself or deal some damage.
the Imperial set that we don't need anymore. Alright,
Until next time.
much better. So now we're just gonna go over here to the
One of us has to do
general
something.
goods store to grab the first side
I said
quest that you
no.
can get.
No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
So did something happen?
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in, but we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
I could help you get the claw back.
You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town. Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, I... By the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
Alright, so his
Show
sister,
those thieves not to... Some may call this
if you wait
junk.
for her, she'll
Me,
walk you
I
to the edge
call
of
them
town to
treasure.
show you where the barrow is, but I already know where it's at, so I don't need to wait for her. So let me just sell, yeah, a few things to this guy. I'm gonna sell this jewelry because you eventually end up with so much jewelry anyway, it doesn't matter. And I kind of need the money. Alright, I'm gonna start trying to buy soul gems, stockpiling petty soul gems to level up enchanting. And I'm gonna try see if I have enough money. I do have enough money for oak flesh. So the reason I'm getting that is alteration has a really good passive effect perk that gives you innate magic resistance, which I already have 25%, but if you max out the perks you get an additional 30%. So that gives me 55% magic resistance, and you can actually increase that even more with one of the standing stones gives magic resistance too, and there's a quest that gives an innate magic resistance buff, and obviously you can enchant your equipment with magic resist, but I'm gonna level up my alteration to get the magic resistance perk here, just so I don't have to I think the maximum magic resist you can have is 80%, so that way I can, with my 25% innate bonus, maxing out that perk, doing that one quest that gives you like I think 10, an extra 10, that's like 65, so I really only need to enchant like one of my pieces of gear with magic resist, so that way you don't have to waste, you know, 2 jewelry enchantments, or I mean I know late game you can enchant 2 effects on each thing, but still I'd rather put something else on there. So so yeah, I'm gonna just level up alteration just so I can get that perk, but that's literally the only spell I think I'm gonna use.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to
And
get to
healing,
Bleak Falls
obviously.
Barrow. You can see it from
So-
here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
I forgot to buy one thing from this guy.
Whatever.
I know you can
Blades,
find them for
helmets,
free
Pretty
around,
much anything to suit your needs.
but it's 15 gold, and I want to just buy a pickaxe in case I
Aye.
find random stuff. Like you'll find random veins as you're walking around. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go up to discover the entrance to the barrow, the first dungeon, just so I can fast travel there later. I'm not actually gonna do the dungeon right this second. There's a couple other things I want to do first. But yeah, I just want to snag the fast travel location for it. Pretty sure that, yeah, there's a wolf right here. Guess you can tell I've played this game before, huh? Alright. So there's also a a tower up right over this hill right here that has a couple bandits and a chest and stuff in it. And then there's a couple bandits right outside the barrow. So more loot. So I'll kill them, go back to town, sell, and then I'm gonna head to Whiterun to talk to the Jarl. I could just do the Bleak Falls Barrow dungeon now, but I don't know. Right, so there's some bandits over here, so I will buff up. And the alteration will help a little bit while I'm leveling, because I am planning on just doing light armor, so I'm gonna just be doing light armor for now, so it'll help a little bit too. Camera bugged out because I was like right next to the wall right there. Got some coin. I think there's one more bandit up here somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right here.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Did I? Dead. He's like stuck in the crack of the floor. So yeah, I'm already at half my carrying capacity already. I was hoping to get a steel two-handed sword. Is that ore down there? I don't think I ever knew there was ore down here. See, this game's so cool. Like you learn stuff every time you play. There's just so much, like, little things that you never noticed before. So we got some iron ore coming our way. Help level smithing up. Is there 2 veins right here? Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna continue on up to the barrow entrance. I will re-equip my oak flesh, because there are a couple bandits up here. Where are these fools? I thought I saw one over here. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to go down there and loot her body. Let me just kill this one. Oh yeah. Yeah, two-handed just so good. Totally more my playstyle. So I think that hunting bow is better than my longbow that I have. 6 damage. Yeah, 8 damage. A little bit better. So let's go down here and loot this bandit that fell off the edge. Where'd you go? All the way down here. So, did I already discover it? Yeah, I did. You know what? There's actually 2 bandits right on the inside of the door too that I'm gonna kill. So it's just less less weight I'll have when I actually do the dungeon. Here's one. I'm not gonna loot those weapons, too heavy. Yeah, iron weapons are not really worth looting, in my opinion, because they weigh so much and they don't sell for like shit. Ah, that was sweet. Alright, so leveled up again. I'm gonna grab health again, and I'm also gonna grab the next perk of that, so my weapon, two-handed weapon, does even more damage. I'm maxed out. I will drop a fur, gloves. Alright, so I'm gonna head back to town, sell all this shit again. And there's actually one extra thing that my buddy told me about. And again, never knew this. Played this game since pretty much came out, and it's just another thing I never knew. And I'll show you in a second. Alright, so it's nighttime, so let's just go ahead and stand in one spot for 12 hours straight. So all the shops are open again, so I can sell all this crap. And then I will show the thing I learned. And it helps with your enchanting,
trinkets, odds and ends.
Make a little
that
extra
sort of
money.
thing.
So let's sell all this stuff. I'm gonna hang on to those for the enchanting.
Till next time.
Alright, so now that I cleared out my inventory, I can loot some stuff. I'm going to show you. I never knew. It's not like a secret, it's just I never knew that this was a thing. So if you go back to Helgen, fast travel back to Helgen, there's a bandit camp that you can loot. You can kill the bandits and loot up, but then there's also like this shrine to Talos over here that has some dead worshippers, but also a dead Thalmor that always has obviously has a Thalmor robe which you can disenchant for like the destruction, but he usually always has one other enchanted item too on him. Usually, that's what my friend told me. So it's another good way to get some extra enchanting stuff. So if you fast travel to Helgen and just walk down this road, see this like little mountain over here? That's where the shrine is along that mountain, and then the bandit camp is like a little bit before that mountain, off in the distance. So you just walk down the path. You can actually do this. This is the path you walk down when you get out of the cave when you do the first quest. So you can actually kind of ditch Hadvar or whoever you pick, roll off or whoever, and just kind of go off and do this too. That probably makes more logistical sense. Alright, yeah, here's the bandit camp. So let's kill these fools.
Ain't this a surprise?
Sure is a surprise. Where is he? Come here. die already so I can take your stuff. That's hilarious. So that's a treasure map. I don't know where that is off the top of my head. I'll have to inspect that later. Also, at this camp, well, there's some coin. Some more coin. I thought there was a chest here too. Maybe there's not. Oh yeah, there's a robe here. It has the same effect as the robe in the Helgen dungeon, like the 50, the increased magicka regen enchant. But so you can just snag it and sell it. It does the same thing. So it's not like an extra effect. But up here, if you just walk right up here, to this, so you can just loot all this crap too. There's all these dead bodies at this Talos shrine. You grab the blessing. I don't think I have any diseases, but sometimes when you fight wolves, they'll disease you. So it's just good to cure it. And then right over here is a dead Thalmor. So yeah, so he always has, or maybe not always, don't want to use a definite, but he almost always has an extra enchanted thing. And this is a clutch first enchantment to get, smithing. So that is awesome. So I will snag that. And then if you read it, it just says, it's from Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador, saying that there's a forbidden Talos shrine. So basically she gave him, this dude, orders to go kill the people worshipping Talos, because the Thalmor forbids Thalmor worship. And he always has these Thalmor robes, which learns the destruction enchantment. So a sweet little thing that I never knew about. And yeah, it's a great way to grab a few enchantment. Like he could have like a one-handed enchantment, two-handed enchantment, something like really good, like, or even smithing, which is a great one to get. So he it's like right by the Guardian Stone, just southwest on this edge of the mountain right here, this little mountain. And there's a bandit camp here too, so you can just kill those fools and get their armor and stuff and sell it. So yeah, little thing I never knew about. 6 years later. This game's 6 years old. My like 80th playthrough. And I still love it. Just so good. And you know, I've played Oblivion 2, which is also a great game, but I actually played Skyrim first. I know that's kind of lame. So I like Skyrim better. I mean, I know a lot of people say it's like dumbed down from like the previous Elder Scrolls games. It's more like casual friendly, you know. Like the leveling system is, I mean, I get it. Like I'm an RPG fan, so like I can appreciate like complex leveling systems and like intuitive, like in the previous Elder Scrolls you can like create your own spells and do all sorts of crazy jazz, and I can appreciate that. But I like the simplicity of Skyrim too. It's just anybody can pick it up and kind of understand what the hell's going on. And I don't know, I just really like Skyrim because I played it first, so it's kind of more like, it was my first Elder Scrolls game, which is kind of crazy because I've been so into like RPGs and fantasy games growing up, so I'm kind of surprised I actually never played an Elder Scrolls game before Skyrim came out. So yeah, I definitely think this is my favorite. I mean, I've only played Skyrim and Oblivion. I actually never played Morrowind either, or obviously the other two before that, Arena and Daggerfall, I guess. I'm sure there's emulators of those somewhere online that I could play. But yeah, whoop. Where'd you come from, buddy? Yeah, yeah. I would say so far this is my favorite Skyrim. Those butterflies. Oh, by the way, these blue butterflies, they're good for enchanting potions. So who's this guy? I was just some. There's always like a random world event on this part of the road right here. So they're escorting this prisoner, and I can like free him and kill the guards and whatnot, but I will leave them alone. There's like some good events you can get here, like you can. One of them is like I remember one time I played through, and I encountered like a skooma dealer on the road right there, and you could like buy skooma from him, or you know, just ignore him, or you can like threaten him to like just like either like give me all your skooma, and he ends up like attacking you. Just kill him and take all his stuff, all of his drugs, and then you can sell them to the Khajiit traders that are at the cities because they're scumbags and buy everything. So here's the companions. Yeah, so they killed them, and they're gonna tell me I didn't help them, but they killed them before I even got there.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you.
So, you didn't look like you needed my help.
Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers.
What's a shield brother?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the companions? An order of warriors.
Oh, I have, because I played this game 80
and
times,
sisters in
but...
honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Can I join you?
Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Thinking I need to
Alright, so that just gives you like the objective to join the companions. You don't have to see that cutscene. You could bypass it and you can just go to the companions and join them, or if you talk to like innkeepers and ask for like rumors or like people looking for work or whatever, they'll always tell you to go to the companions. So it's just one of the main quest lines of the one of the main guilds that you can do quests for. So here are actually the Khajiit traders that I was talking about.
Khajiit welcomes. Take a look.
Buy and sell drugs and shit. But they also have soul gems. So shit, he's got 5 petty soul gems. That's awesome. And some iron ore. So yeah, let's sell all this crap. So keep that, obviously keep that. So this robe learns the magic enchantment. It sells for 51. Okay, so they both sell for 51, so I can sell one of them. It doesn't matter which one. And that's it. So I got 6 soul gems already. That's pretty sweet. So
may your road lead you to warm sands.
So I'll hang on to those. So yeah, so those Khajiit dudes, they travel from city to city. So they're just randomly in front of each town on random days of the week. I don't I guess on Morn Des, they're in front of Whiterun. I don't know if that's true. I maybe it's just like random amount of time. They're just...
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
I think you can always persuade them. It's like a guaranteed check against your speech skill.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, and it's like at this low level, you're never gonna fail, and since you have such low speech skill at this, you're pretty much guaranteed a skill up right there. Yeah, there are certain ones that like certain like speech checks for like persuasion or intimidation that are really low level, like you're pretty much guaranteed to always pass no matter what.
We must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Alright, so this is Adrian.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
She's the blacksmith.
Helgen got hit by a dragon. You know what's wrong with Skyrim these days?
I'm gonna see if my buddy Bellathor has any petty soul gems that I can buy, just so I can start stockpiling them.
Everything. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Because if you never played Skyrim, which, first of all, what the hell's wrong with you? Why haven't you? Anyway, if you never played Skyrim, I highly, highly recommend maxing out enchanting and smithing.
Do come back.
I mean, they're just invaluable. And alchemy's actually... I think in my previous playthrough, I talked about how I never really messed with alchemy. But my friend told me that it's a great way to make money, which in turn will help you level your enchanting and smithing skills much quicker. And he told me a good way to level it, which I will go into more depth in the future when I build my own house, because you need to have a garden and a greenhouse so you can plant a lot of ingredients. But we'll talk about that down the road. I'm just listening to this side quest, which is also bugged right now because there's supposed to be a third person here talking, but he's not there for some reason. So she's just talking to these, supposed to be two guys here, but it's only one, about her son is missing in the war, the Civil War, and she thinks they know where he is, but they say they don't. So if you talk to her...
All I can think about is my son, my sorrow. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Those battle-born, they're in with the Imperials. They know it too, and yet they lie to my very face.
So how do you know they're lying?
It's not wise to discuss it here. Please, if you truly wish to help, meet me at my home. I'll tell you the whole story.
Alright, so that just starts a side quest, missing in action.
Had enough of fish and fowl? Treat yourself and your kin to a choice cut steak or a tender rack of ribs.
There's usually that woman, Ysalda, I think is her name, who has a miscellaneous quest that you can grab from her, but she's not there right now, so I don't know where she's at. This couple has a quest. He has a side quest for you. Not a side quest, a miscellaneous objective quest.
I can't stop now, and I
to
can't
get his family sword.
So you're willing to starve?
I mostly deal with petty.
I think that's Ysalda over there, so I'll chase after her after these people stop talking.
Maybe 2 good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
You tried mercenary
what were you
work?
two arguing about?
My Saphir doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room.
Do you need help finding it?
I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you.
So he just tells you to go to like a random it's always in a nearby bandit camp. Yeah, and here's Ysalda.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda.
So you're looking to become a merchant.
Passed, I told him that one day I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madron. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done.
Maybe I can help you.
You do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future?
So you just have to get a mammoth tusk, and actually I think the bandit camp that I was told to go to help find this dude's sword, there are mammoth tusks in there because they're like illegally farming the ivory tusks or whatever. So there's like a ton of them in that cave, so you can just grab one. They actually sell for I think 50 gold each, so, and they only weigh 5, so they're decent to pick up if you have the carrying weight, the carrying capacity to do so. But I'll probably just grab one because that cave that they're in is also filled with like 1,000,000 iron veins, so I'll just grab the iron instead. It's more beneficial. So let's go talk to Jarl.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
Let's go talk to the Jarl.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Sure did. The dragon destroyed Helgen, and last I saw, it was heading this way.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
That is a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service. I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Proventus, you must help me. We need to convince my brother to do more for the war effort.
Alright, so we completed the second part of the main quest line. Talk to the Jarl, and he's gonna tell us to talk to Farengar, because he heard some rumors about the dragons reappearing, and there's like a stone he wants us to go find.
I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Alright, where am I going and what am I getting?
Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Alright. So, I have to go to Bleak Falls Barrow to get the Dragonstone, and coincidentally, that first side quest that I have, the Gold Claw, I also have to go to the same dungeon, so I will do 2 quests in one.
I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
Gonna see if he has any petty soul gems, and he does. Awesome. He also has a ton of spells. I will eventually get Stone Flesh, which is the upgrade to Oak Flesh, just because it the better the flesh spell you use, the faster your skill goes. And I think I need to get to 60 or 70 alteration to max out that magic resist perk. but I don't have enough magicka to cast this spell yet, so I will just keep using oak flesh for now. But eventually I will upgrade because it makes the leveling go much faster. So let's learn all. So I got 4 enchantments that I can learn now. The destruction one, smithing one. I'm gonna learn it now. I was gonna say maybe I'll hold on to it because I definitely won't be able to enchant 12% for a little bit, but it doesn't matter. I'd rather just learn it now. And then the plus magicka enchantment and the magicka regen enchantment. So all that, I just got 4 enchantments, got a level up out of it. I'll do health one more time, and I think next level I will be doing, I'll probably do stamina, just for the power attacks for my two-handed weapons. They use a lot. But speaking of, I will grab this perk here, which reduces the stamina cost of power attacks with two-handed weapons. So yeah, so my next perk, I might snag the first light armor perk, because I eventually want to max it out, because these ones are pretty sweet. This doesn't this doesn't really change anything, I don't think. It doesn't slow you down when worn. You can still sprint. I think you only sprint faster when you're naked, but with light armor you still sprint really fast and it barely drains your stamina. But you have to get it to get to these ones. Your stamina regen's 50% faster, which is clutch for two-handed users. And then this one, you have a 10% chance to avoid all damage from a melee attack. So that's pretty sweet. So I probably will snag this one. I'm not going to max it out because I think with maxed out smithing you can get the armor cap anyway without maxing it out. Plus you also get this one. You have to get this one, so it's another 25% bonus. So between this one and rank 1 of this, with maxed out smithing, I think you can hit the armor cap anyway. So I'll also snag that first because it'll help me early game anyway. I'll also grab the steel smithing perk so I can move on to the light armor side, elven and whatnot, and enchanting. And then my spare perks will go into alteration just so I can get the magic resist perk. And then I'll also do a little bit of alchemy because I used to talk shit on alchemy, and I think I talked shit about it on my first Let's Play series, but my buddy told me that it's actually really worth it, and he showed me, and it's pretty sweet. So I will be putting spare points that I don't need really on my main skills into alchemy, just because it's great for making money. And if you max out this one where your potions are 100% stronger, and then benefactor, that affects your plus smithing and plus enchanting potions and stuff, so you can really make some powerful enchantments and armor. So it's worth it, and I used to talk shit on it, but I'll go into depth on that in a future video when I actually make my my garden and start planting my ingredients and stuff. But it's worth it. I used to talk shit, but I've learned. And changing your opinion is a sign of intelligence, so it's a good thing. So yeah, so my objective now is that I got 2 quests in Bleak Falls Barrow. The main quest to grab the Dragonstone and to get the Golden Claw for the dude in Riverwood, the merchant. But I'm going to stop the video there, and with the next video I will clear out that dungeon. So yeah, so thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.